Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Please, where did I go? Hello, Isaac. Where did I go?
Hello, can you hear me, Fortune?
Yes, I can hear you now. I'm asking where I went off. I noticed I went off along the way. Where did I go?
Yeah, I missed that part because of your network.
So you didn't get anything at all I said.
I I I I got the first part. I got the first
Yes,
part
so
of
I was
what you were
asking
saying.
what was I saying before my internet went off? So I can continue from there.
Mm, Yeah, I didn't get that part. Can anyone help us?
Okay, I'll just take it over. So one of the things that I take is the fact that I can sit down my emotions. Okay, and putting them down, writing them down helps me to better understand how I'm feeling and to ask myself why am I feeling this way? And if I can understand my emotions, I know why I'm feeling that way, that can help me to put myself in order and then help me to interact with people. So why is it?
Hello, Fortune. It seems it's clear now.
Hello,
Can you hear
please, can
me?
anybody come? Did you get what I said?
Yeah, what's your network? I didn't get your words very well. So
Pardon?
unfortunately, so maybe because of your network, I didn't get you very well. So maybe we have to continue and then maybe
Sorry, I
after
can't hear
the
you.
so you can't hear me. Am I audible now or still? Hello, Fortune. Can you hear me now?
Yes, please. We
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you now. I think we
can hear
can
you.
proceed. It's raining on my end, so the internet is quite messed up. So you can just continue.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. So maybe right after we can still be on the call and then talk about the experience so far. Okay,
Yeah,
so
okay.
thank you once again for sharing with us. So I would proceed to introduce our speaker. But before then, once you leave the call and then you join the meeting, kindly mute your microphone and then let's observe.
Right, I did one. Let's get it out early. Sure.
Let's observe the housekeeping protocol. So you should use the raise hand icon when you want to say something, or you can leave a message in the chat box so we can read along the way. Okay, so let me introduce our speaker for today's session, Mr. Dr. George Anagli. He is a pharmacist and currently serves as a pharmacy manager at Top Up Pharmacy. He is a past president of the Pharmaceutical Students Federation of Ghana, that is 2021-2022 year, where he led several impactful health and leadership initiatives across the country. Beyond pharmacy practice, Dr. Anagli is a health influencer, reaching and educating thousands through engaging health content on social media with a following of over 100,000 people across platforms. And then he is also a member of the World Health Organization's FIDES initiative. So, Dr. George, looking at these prospects laid out in your bio, it really indicates that you're going to give us a great dose of leadership. So without wasting my time, can we have you go ahead with your presentation?
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone, and good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me, please? Isaac, can you hear me?
Yes, please, I can hear you.
Perfect, perfect. And is my video on? Let me see. Is my video on, or is not necessary? You don't need to see the video. Okay. All right, so I've shared a slide with you. I've shared my slide with you. You can just open it and let's. So yes, good evening, everyone, or good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me. As you've heard already, my name is Dr. George Anagli, and I must say I am humbled. I'm proud to be a part of this program. And then, I'm glad because some of these programs go a long way equipping us as individuals, as people who intend to be future leaders. And so emotional intelligence, leadership, time management, these topics or these, areas of discussion are very, very vital in our lives as professionals. So I'm glad to be a part, and I'm honored once again to have such to talk to such a diverse group of people. I learned most of you are engineers, right? I'm honored to be a part, and then I'm a pharmacist by profession, social media person as well. So yes, I think I've shared my slide with you, and let's go through. I have a few things to share, and then we'll go through. We'll try to deliberate on a few things, and I'll be hoping you all give your input as well. All right. So yes, I don't know whether you have my slides now. Hello, Isaac.
Yes, please. I'm working on it. I'll get it.
Okay, perfect.
Very soon.
Perfect. But before then, I'm here to talk about leadership, right? Leadership is such a broad topic. A broad area or a broad subject area that we cannot exhaust in this sitting, right? And then, and I don't have it all. I don't know it all, right? It's true. I've held a few leadership positions. It's true. I still am a leader in various aspects, right? But I don't know it all. No one knows it all, right? But I will try and share a few of my experiences, a few of my ideas with regards to leadership, and then I'm hoping that we'll all be impacted, right? So yes. So first of all, before I even start, what do we think leadership is, right? I would want to take a few of us, our thoughts on leadership. What is leadership? When we say leadership, what comes to mind? What is your perspective of leadership as a person? What do you think? Anyone, if I can get at least, 4 people or 3 people to just tell me what they think about what leadership is as an individual. Anyone? I can see, okay, I can see Samuel. I think I've spoken with Samuel before. I can see Focus. I can see Leslie. I can see Stephen. So any one of you can just take it up and let's talk. What do you think leadership is? What is leadership? What do you think leadership is? Any idea? Anything that comes to mind?
Okay, so I think leadership is the ability to guide a group of people towards a certain goal, and then let them get to that specific goal. The main aim is achieved, I think.
Okay, that is true. Leadership is guiding people to achieve a certain goal. That is perfect. That is true. Who else, please? That was Stephen, right?
Yes, please.
So Stephen, I'm using to direct a group of people towards a certain goal. Perfect. Please, who else? I want different ideas. Isaac, you are finding it difficult to get my slides on it.
I have it now. Let me start sharing.
Okay, so you can share it. If I want to share my screen, I will be distracted. So yes, perfect. Good.
Yeah, it seems Leslie wants to also share his view on leadership.
Yes, so Leslie, you can go ahead, please.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. All right. So leadership has to do with the ability to influence people, to guide people, and to inspire people to achieve a task, to accomplish a task or a goal.
Okay. So Leslie says to influence people. All right. Let me write these down. Stephen said to guide people, right, to achieve a certain goal. And Leslie says to influence people. All of you are right. You are correct. With such definitions, you are correct. So let's go to the next slide. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, so what leadership? That is what we've been dealing with. And so let's go to the next slide. Good. So I have sampled a few definitions here, right, from very important persons, from very learned people. So John C. Maxwell defines leadership as, he says, leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. So simple. I mean, he was such a simple person. Leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. And that is, I think that is what Leslie mentioned. Mentioned the influence factor. Okay, let's go to the next definition. Peter Drucker. Drucker says that management is doing things right. Leadership is doing the right things. Right. That is Peter's understanding of leadership. And then Warren Bennis says leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. So I think this is similar to Stephen's ideology with regards to the fact that guiding people to achieve a common goal. And Warren Bennis says is the capacity to translate the vision into reality. Okay, now let's go to the next slide. So for me, personally, as a person, I mean, as me, George Anagli, I define my leadership as let's get it done. That is how I see leadership. That is how I understand leadership. And that is my perspective of leadership. When I hear the word leadership, what comes to mind is let's get it done. That is basically what comes to mind. And this one is informed by the fact that leadership should be action-oriented. Please, I hope I'm audible enough. Hello?
Yes, please, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. If you're having any difficulties at any point, you can just draw my attention to it. Okay, so it says that my understanding is leadership is an action-oriented thing. It's also an inclusive and a collaborative thing, right? Only one person, you don't just be your own leader. Only one person isn't just, I mean, you're a leader of yourself anyways, but in this sense, it's a collaborative effort, right? And it's an inclusive effort. And then it's practical and purposeful. You can't say you are a leader if there is no goal to achieve, right? If there is no purpose to follow or to achieve. And so leadership is practical and purposeful. And that is my idea of the whole, I mean, what leadership is. Let's get it done. When I hear leadership, what comes to mind is let's get it done. All right, let's go to the next slide. So, all right. I've named a few leadership styles that we have available. This is not exhaustive enough, but then for the purpose of this meeting, I've picked these ones that we should, that we look at, right? So the first thing is the autocratic leader. I'm sure by this time, with our level, we know what autocratic leaders are, right? There is nothing you do aside whatever they say. So if you're an autocratic leader, people just listen to you and do what you want them to do. So do what I say, right? An example of an autocratic leader that we can mention. On top of my head, I can mention someone like, when we come locally, I can mention Rawlings, right? The late, Jerry John Rawlings was an autocratic leader, right? Who again? Also Steve Jobs. In an entrepreneurial world, Steve Jobs was also regarded on a large scale of things, regarded as an autocratic leader of a sort, because he calls the shots. He imposes his ideas, right? And then his product design, everything comes from only him. And then people do exactly what he wants to be done. And that is what, the entrepreneurial world, the technological world, that is how Steve Jobs is being described. I don't know whether any of us can give us an example of an autocratic leader. Okay, well, you can type it in the comment section so that we can just, let me know whether we are following. You can type an example of an autocratic leader in the comment section while I continue with the presentation. So yeah, the second one is democratic leader. This one is I think it's one of the most popular styles in recent times, right? So democratic leader, we have this popular thing that we say, that definition of democracy, which is of, by, for, which is government of the people, by the people, and for the people. That is what Abraham Lincoln says, right? And Abraham Lincoln is described as a democratic leader. So this one, the leader listens to everybody's contribution before, taking a decision, before coming into consensus or into conclusion as to what, to do or the decision to make, right? So Abraham Lincoln is one of the democratic leaders we have, we've had, right? So yes, a transformational leader. This is someone who inspires change, right? You are somebody, just by your presence, people are motivated enough to do something, to cause change, to do something, right? So you are a transformational leader. Your presence inspires people to effect change. Your presence inspires people to, cause some level of, change in certain areas, right? So that is a transformation. And an example that we can mention, I think the person that comes to mind right now is Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was a transformational leader. And then to a large extent, we can say our own Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was also a transformational leader. At a point, he was described as autocratic, but then he was largely a transformational leader. Now, transactional leadership. This one is what most of us we experience, right? This is where you lead by offering incentives. So most of our private companies, you work for me, I give you salaries, and the salaries are what motivate you to work, right? So that's a transactional leadership. So it's not necessarily about the person, it's about the benefits the person is getting from doing what, or helping to achieve the goal. The benefits that the person gets is what drives the person, or is what motivates the person. So we focus on the rules and regulations, we focus on the incentives and the salaries that we get, and that is a transactional leader. You give and take, give and take, give and take. Servant leadership. So this one, you are leading by serving the people, right? And that is what most of our politicians tell us, but it is actually not what they do. But then it's servant leadership. You are in the position where you are leading to serve the people, right? You are serving the interests of the people. And most often, this kind of leadership is by lifting others, either from poverty, either from ignorance, either from a certain state of mind. You are leading the people. You are a servant leader. A classical example I can give is Jesus Christ, right? Jesus Christ was a servant leader, right? He, at a point we saw, I mean, I'll be bringing scenarios, lifestyle scenarios, biblical scenarios, I mean, work scenarios and everything in my presentation. So when you are hearing some Bible, we are seeing some Bible quotations and all those things, is normal. I mean, those are some classical examples I could give with regards to what we are talking about. So yeah, Jesus Christ was a servant leader. He inspired us. He served at a point. He washed the feet of his people, right, of his disciples, right. That is a classical example. So example of a servant leader. There is another style of leadership that I have not placed here. We call it the laissez-faire, or the laissez-faire kind of leadership, style of leadership. This one, we also call it the delegative leadership. This one is more or less like you, the leader, choose other leaders, right, to do their job. So let's say I am a CEO and I have my directors. What I do is that I don't influence what the directors or the decisions of the directors. I allow them to work. I don't interfere in their work, right? That is a laissez-faire kind of leadership, right? And that is also there as a style of leadership. So most of the big companies do that, right? They choose MTN have their boss, but then they choose their respective CEOs in the various countries, and then they do their work while they are the top supervisors. We don't necessarily, influencing or interfering in their job. Yes, so let's go to the next slide. Okay, so now I want to talk about the qualities of a good leader, right? What constitutes a good leader? What constitutes a good leader? So the first thing that I'll talk about, Stephen mentioned the fact that as a leader is someone who guides people to achieve a common goal or to achieve a common vision. The very first, quality of a good leader is understanding the vision or the purpose or the goal, and then being able to communicate it to your followers or to your people. That is one of the key things about a good leader, right? You must first of all, because you can't lead people when you yourself you are confused. When we are saying that, okay, we want a Ghana. Let me bring it in a simpler term so that we can all understand. Now we want to, let's say you are the husband of the house. Okay, I think most of us are not married, so I will not go there. But let's say the country Ghana. We are on the mission to, let me see, export about 1 billion tons of gold, or let me say cocoa, 1 billion tons of cocoa to the outside world, right? And you have been chosen to lead that part. If you are a person who does not understand the vision, you don't understand how it is to get 1 billion tons out there, the things involved, the kind of work involved and all those things. If you don't understand and you are selected as a leader, you may not end up well with you, because you don't really understand the vision. You don't really understand the goal that you want to achieve. So you can't communicate it to your people. You can't give what you don't have, you see. So as a leader, you have to understand, first of all, the vision. And then now after understanding, you have to be able to communicate it well to the people. Now let me come to the scriptures. We have classical scriptures that depicts this. It says that where there is no vision, the people perish. And that goes to talk about the first part, the understanding of the vision. Where there is no vision, the people perish. And then there's another scripture that says, my sheep hear my voice. In other words, my sheep understand me. Because you understand the vision and you're able to communicate it well. right? And so if you're a leader, you don't understand, first of all, you don't understand the vision in the first place. You are ignorant of the vision. You can't communicate, and that is a poor form of leadership. And so as a leader, you need to understand and then communicate your vision very well. Theodore Hesbart says that the very essence of leadership is that you have to have a vision. The very essence of leadership is that you have to have a vision. And that is very, very, very key, right? You can't lead people without having a vision. Let's go to the next slide, please. Good. So the second quality of a good leader is a good leader makes sacrifices. Nelson Mandela says that, I like this one a lot. He says, it is better to lead from behind and to put others in front, especially when celebrating victory. Okay, especially when you celebrate victory, when nice things occur, right? You take the front line when there is danger. So as a leader, you make a lot of sacrifices. When there is a glory and everything, even though you are also part, you stay behind and let your followers enjoy the glory and all that. And if there's time for danger, you step up for your people and then protect them, right? That is a sign of a good leader. You need to make sacrifices. Let me give a classical example. I am the youth president for our church, right? Last 2 weeks, Sundays, we went for a program. So I bussed my people for a program. And then, I hope I'm still audible enough. Isaac?
Yes, loud and clear. You're very clear.
Okay, perfect. So we went for the program, and then we went, we enjoyed everything, we did what we were supposed to do, and then we went, after everything, we were meant to be given item 13. You know, item 13 there, you can't send youth to the people to a program, hours program, and then you don't chill them. So item 13 came, nice pastries, nice meat pie and drinks and all that. Okay, so now we started sharing the thing, and it got to a point where the items were not enough, right? And so what do you do as a leader? The items are not enough. People have come, they are hungry, you need to feed them. What do you do as a leader, right? So myself, I had to call my executives and tell them, you see, this one we need to sacrifice. So our part of the item 13, we had to give it to the people. We had to share it one. You also give it to 2 people. We used our own and then we distributed it to the other people, right? You understand? And so we had to forfeit our item 13, in as much as, in fact, despite the fact that we were also hungry, we had to also, sacrifice, right? And that is the key. That is a key quality of a good leader. You need to make sacrifices, right? What's the name? Mahama, our own president mentioned a few, or did a few things in his 4 months or 5 months of leadership so far. He's made some decisions that you could see that this man is some sort trying to project that he is a leader who is trying to make sacrifices for us, you understand? By sometimes donating his 6 months salary to a fund and all that, donating a car, his cars that have been given to him. Some of these things are things to show that, he's trying to make some sacrifices, and it inspires, good citizenship. And so these are some of the things that we need to do as good leaders. If you want to be good leaders, sometimes you need to sacrifice. And it's very, very, very important, right? And in my work setting as well, as a pharmacist, I need to sacrifice my time, my personal time, to train interns. I have interns trooping in every now and then, KUST, University of Ghana, Central University, UHAS, everywhere. And I need to sacrifice my time, teach them what they need to learn. Nobody's paying me, but I need to do it because I want to impact other lives. And that is very, very, very important. Now, let me come to the scriptures too. The Bible says that the good shepherd lays down his life for his flock, right? And so that is a form of leadership. That's a good way that as a leader, you need to imbibe within you. Let's go to the next slide, please. Okay, so the next one, which is the third one, 3:35. You're still on course. So the next one is a good leader prepares a successor. You don't want to be the one who always, I want to be the only one in the limelight. I want to be the only one doing everything. I want to be the only one, whose name is being mentioned everywhere and all those things, right? As a good leader, you need to impart lives. You need to impart other people, right? Ralph Nader says that the function of leadership is to produce more leaders, not more followers, right? Produce more leaders and not more followers. You should be able to, your work or the goal should be fulfilled even in your absence. You should be able to raise people, or you should be able to lead people that even in your absence, the work still goes on and goes on perfectly. That is the kind of leader you should get to be, right? So Jack Welch said that before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. When you become a leader, success is all about growing others. And that is very, very key, right? And that is very, very, very key. When you want to be a good leader, these are some of the things that you should intentionally work towards. Imparting some other lives, imparting people to also, become very good leaders. Let's go to the next one. The fourth one is a leader leads by example. Right, leader leads by example. I placed an example here that a supervisor joins during late shift to boost morale. Right, you have your people working for you and all that. Sometimes you join them, you do the work, you do some of the dirty work to boost morale. You are leading by example. In pharmacy, where I work, we have something, you see, every now and then we have stocks coming in, and then there's a pharmacist there, there's an MCA, there's a medical counter assistant. They have to check all the products, and a very, very, very huge, number of products, right? So they have to go through one by one, and do all those things. And more often, it's not the pharmacist does not do that, right? The pharmacist is really, really meant to do, because you have other very important duties to do. So you leave it for the MCAs. But you see, things like that, because you want them to do the work and do it well, sometimes when the items come, you take this one yourself. You take the sheet yourself, you take the stock book yourself, and then do it yourself while they see you. They see that, okay, you are doing it. And you're doing it well. And so they don't have any excuse. And they are also motivated to do it. You understand? These are some of the examples that if you want something to be done well, start it. Just start doing as a leader. You want somewhere to be cleaned, just clean it. And then when they see you doing it, they can emulate or imitate what they are doing. So a good leader leads by example. You don't want your people to insult people. You don't want your people to be rude to people. Even yourself, don't be rude, right? Try as much as possible to follow exactly what the rules of, to follow exactly what you want others to follow. Let me give another example. There is this thing about antibiotics, right? Antibiotics, we all know, are not supposed to be given out without prescription, right? And then even some of the drugs like tramadol and all those things, you don't have to give them without prescription. And then you have said, the rule is there that we are supposed to follow. Imagine a pharmacist like me. Clients come in and they just mention, I want to buy tramadol, and I just start dishing it out. Meanwhile, I've told my MCA that don't give anybody tramadol or any opioids without the prescription. And they see me, the person who is trying to enforce the rule, they see me, the same person, and I am dishing out tramadol back to back to back I don't even ask them what is the prescription and all that. I just dish out. They say you're not serious. They see you as a serious person, right? As a leader, you need to lead by example. What you do has far greater impact than what you say. And that is what Stephen Covey says. Okay, let's go to the next slide. The fifth one, a leader is firm. A good leader is firm on the right things, right? A good leader is firm on the right things. A leader is someone who holds her or himself accountable for finding potential people and processes. You know, I intentionally placed refuses on ethical shortcuts even under pressure. There was a time I had a client in a pharmacy where she came and then she bought a few items. We served there beautiful and everything. And then I went back into my office, and then my MCS called me that the client wanted to see me. Before she called me, she had already spoken with my MCS about something, about an issue. So I went, and then she mentioned that, okay, the item that I bought, this is the amount that I bought, but I want you to write a receipt for me. I want you to write a certain receipt for me. So long and short is that she bought an item worth, let's say 1 cedi, but she wants me to write a receipt like 20 cedis, so that she goes and takes that 20 cedis, and then, take that chobo. I know, I hope you all understand chobo. Isaac, I hope you all understand chobo. We are all Ghanaians, right?
I do understand.
You understand it, right? That's good.
Yeah.
So she wanted me to write a receipt that is like around, way more than 100 times the price that price of items that she bought, right? Because then your company is paying, and then she wants to go. And she presented this nicely, and she had already spoken with my MCAs. I'm like, wow, what are you saying? What are you saying? No, I can't do that. I won't do that. It's not part of my training. I won't do that, right? And I had to be firm, because this woman, she was paying all cards, all the emotional cards, all the blackmailing cards and all that. You are a young guy, you should understand some of these things. This thing help your mother. Those things, you know. So when they start saying some of these things, you may give in. But no, I had to stand firm, because I know that even that does not even align with my values as a person. That does not align with my values even as a professional. I needed to be fair. And this is what, aside that, this one also teaches my MCA that even in my absence, if something like that wants to happen, or something of a sort wants to happen, they need to also stand firm, right? And these are some of the reasons why you need to be a firm leader, right? You need to be a very firm leader. If you believe in a vision, chase the vision. If you believe in a vision, imbibe it in your people and follow the vision through and through, right? As a leader, you need to be firm on the right things, right? Don't compromise on the best. Don't compromise on the best. Don't compromise on the values. Follow the right things, and that is how you become a good leader. The next one. Yeah, so the second one, a good leader is tolerant and open-minded, right? It's tolerant and open-minded. You don't want to come across as a leader that is always just about me, only my ideas should work. Nobody can say anything, nobody can contribute, everybody is senseless apart from you. No, you don't want to come across as a leader like that, because see, you are not the only one with, you can't be the one having all the knowledge. You understand? There's other people, even your subordinates, that are more intelligent in various aspects than you, right? And so you need to be open. Listen to their part of the argument. Listen to their part of, their contribution, and try and see whether you can imbibe it, or try and see whether it works with the vision, whether it promotes the vision, right? And that is how you become a good leader. You need to be tolerant, right? Helen Keller says the highest result of education is tolerance, right? You need to appreciate good feedbacks. You need to appreciate or listen, attentively when your subordinates are talking, or when the people you are leading are talking, are trying to make some suggestions. You need to be someone who is receptive enough to, their ideas. Very, very important. Next one. Yeah, a good leader is courageous and humble. So you see, these are two parts of a coin. You need to be courageous and humble. Yes, you need to be courageous, right? Because your people are feeding from your energy. The team you are leading are feeding from your energy. And so you need to be courageous. You need to exhibit courage. It's very important. And then as much as you need to be courageous, you need to be humble as well, right? You need to be humble. When you are wrong, admit that you are wrong, right? Admit that, okay, this one, I didn't get it right, but let's do it. Next time I'll get it right. Admit that you are wrong, and then, look at how to correct things and then, progress. It's very, very important. So you need to be courageous and humble as well. The strength of a true leader lies not just in bold decisions, but in the humility to admit when they are wrong and the courage to keep leading anyway. I am wrong, but Charlie, the vision is still at stake. Let's follow it. Let's get it done. And that is how a good team leader, a good leader, moves. Yeah. Next one. Yeah, so there are some mistakes. This one I'll just run through quickly. There are some mistakes that you need to avoid as a leader. If, as I've mentioned already, if you don't have a clear vision, your people will perish, yourself, including yourself. So you need to have a clear vision. As a leader, you need to be consistent with your values, right? You need to be very consistent with the values. John Maxwell says, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. He is just consistent with the way, and that is it, right? And then you have to have, if you're a leader who avoids difficult conversations, right? You don't want to accept feedback. You don't want to, call for feedbacks and all that. It doesn't help. As a leader, you need to appreciate feedbacks, right? You need to have the difficult conversations. Somebody has insulted or somebody has wronged someone in the team, and you're trying to, as the leader, you are trying to avoid such a conversation. No, face it head on, call them, and then resolve it. Don't try to run away, not try to shy away. Otherwise, it will weaken your team, right? Failing to develop others, and that is what I'm saying. That if you don't develop others, the very day you leave office, or the very day you travel, or the very day you become absent for some time, your business or whatever you are working towards, the goal you are working towards, everything about it just falls because you've not imparted anyone, to work in your stead. You've not imparted anyone to hold the fort for you, you see. So as a leader, you don't have to fail to develop others. You need to impart others as well. Build other leaders because they are the ones who need to hold the fort for you in your absence. So you leading by position and not influence, and that is very dangerous. You are going around imposing your position. I'm the MD of this, I'm the boss of this, I'm the team leader and all this. If you move like that, people will not mind you. You may not be able to achieve anything because you are just imposing your position. You are not influential enough. You are not, the people are not resonating with you. You are not trying to influence them to achieve something positive, right? So leadership is not about titles, positions, or flowcharts. It is about one life influencing another. And that is what John C. Maxwell says. So if you're a leader and you neglect personal growth, and that is dangerous, very, very, very dangerous. Once you don't improve the clients, leaders are readers, very dangerous, because if you're a leader and you don't invest in your personal growth, read the books that you need to read, talk to the people that you need to talk to, go to the seminars that you need to go to, join the webinars that you need to impact yourself, right? Because you need to improve. It becomes very dangerous, or it becomes very sad when your subordinates are growing even more than you, at a quicker space more than you, right? The time comes that they will not really see your relevance, right? Because there's nothing new about you. You're not impacting anything new in the group, right? And that is dangerous. As a leader, you need to invest in yourself and not neglect your personal growth. And ignoring feedback, as I've mentioned already, feedbacks are very, very important in the quest to be a very, very good leader. The next slide. Okay, so my final thoughts. Okay, let me mention, there's another thing about qualities of a leader that I've not mentioned, right? About a good leader knows how to delegate, right? You are one human being. You can't be at every place all the time, right? Everywhere all the time. So you need to know how to delegate. And that one, before you can know how to delegate, you need to know the strengths and weaknesses of your members. The strengths and weaknesses of your members. If you know this one is very good at communication, in your absence, a talking program, you delegate. You can delegate to such a person. You know, this one is very good with slides. It's very, very good with photography and all that. You delegate, right? You delegate because you can't be at everywhere, or you can't do everything alone. You need to know how to delegate. So a good leader knows the strengths and weaknesses of their subordinates, and that is what helps, you be a good leader. So my final thoughts on leadership, before questions and answers. My final thoughts. Leadership, first of all, starts with self-awareness. You need to be aware of yourself. You need to be aware of your strengths. You need to be aware of weaknesses. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. But first of all, be aware of yourself. Know your strengths. Know your weaknesses. And that is how leadership starts. And then a vision. You need to have vision, because without vision, you don't have a purpose, right? So you need to have vision, because there is the vision that gives purpose. And then also imbibe within you, or have it in your mind, that examples give influence, right? If you want to have influence, you need to be someone who leads by example. And that is how you become influential. The next one. So thank you very much for listening to me, to my presentation. I hope it was powerful enough for you. And then if you have any question, you can just drop it, so that we all deliberate on it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Guys, any question? Any question? Leadership is broad. I'm expecting some other aspects that I've not touched on. So that you can all discuss and come up with. Okay, I think Samuel Tete has a question.
Yes, please. Thank you very much, Dr. Jordan Nagli, for sharing with us nuggets of wisdom concerning leadership. I would like to know, given the many people, the thought leaders in the field of leadership that you referenced in your slides, people such as John Maxwell, a good book, Jack Welch, and the likes, are there books that you may recommend on leadership, given the fact that you spoke about, one of your points spoke about advancement or developing oneself? Are there books you may recommend on leadership? That's one. Two, are there podcast channels that you may recommend on leadership? Those are my two questions. Thank you. Or podcast channels, or generally. It could be a YouTube channel, it could be a podcast, anything of the sort. Thank you.
Okay, so yes. There are some books. I'll share them with you so that I have a list of books that I have. What's my name? Okay, I'll share them with you so that you can also share with the team. Okay, I'll share them with podcasts. I'm not big on podcasts anyways, but I have individuals I listen to. I have individuals that I follow with regards to, I want to be an entrepreneur. In fact, I am an entrepreneur, so I follow those who are big on leadership with regards to entrepreneurship and all that. So I like this guy, Tony Elumelu. I don't know whether you know him. He's a Nigerian, very, very, very top guy, right? So his concepts, his way of thinking, right? I like the way he moves a lot, right? So I follow him. Most of the things he does, I follow how he goes around this stuff, right? And then this guy, funny enough, a lot of people do not. Hey, someone is talking. Hello.
Yeah, I've muted the person.
Okay. So Tony is one of my people that I listen to a lot, and this guy, Oliver Bakavamawo. Whenever I mention his name, people are shocked. Why is this guy? Why is this guy? Yes. His way of thinking and his way of leadership is resonates with some of my things, the things I believe in. And so it's also one of the people that, so me, I'm not a podcast guy enthusiast anyways. Maybe not yet, right? But I have individuals that I've selected, I've handpicked with regards to leadership that I look up to. And in Africa, Tony is one of the top guys that I look up to. And then Bakavamao with his way of thinking, with his confidence, courage, right? And then those are some of the people that's in Ghana. Across the world, who do what's the world? I don't want to mention the big names like that. It's like Barack Obama. Those people are top people already. So I don't want to mention. I want people that we can resonate with easily. Yeah. Who else? Yeah. When I remember some, I'll share them with you so that you can share with the team. And you can go on the internet, profile them, try and see whether you can pick a few things from them. Right, a few things. All of them have their downsides, but there are things that I pick from them that informs some decisions I make, that informs my thinking. Yeah. So yes, for the books, I'll share them with you. I have a couple of them that some I've read, some I've not done. I have a couple of them that I'll share with you in the DMs, so I can share with the team.
Thank you.
Hello, watching. I wanted to speak. Watching, can you hear from you?
Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I wanted to ask a few questions. First of all, you spoke about preparing successes, and I think you said something
Am
about.
I the only one? I can't really hear him.
Hello.
Am I the only one?
Sorry, it's raining on my phone, so just background noise. Is it better?
Let me increase my volume and see whether maybe
Hello?
I'm the one who's not. Yeah.
I was saying that you spoke about training successes. In other words, you said you should train leaders as much as you are training followers. And I was wondering, doesn't that isn't there a risk of creating too many leaders that can cause internal competition, where maybe somebody that I'm grooming to be a leader starts feeling, well, we can do the job better than you, and there's this sort of internal competition amongst us. That's one. And then also, I was wondering, as a leader, how can I practice being firm and doing the right thing, considering that I want to take my team members' views into consideration, and in a situation whereby everybody is going with a view that I feel that it's not going to benefit us, and it seems like I'm the only person who has a different opinion. As a team leader, how do I ensure that the right thing is enforced, even if probably the entire team has a different opinion?
Isaac, I got the first part of the question where you are talking about training successes and all that, whether they become better than you and all that. I got the other one. Isaac, were you able to get the other one so that I can just do it at once? Were you able to get the other questions? Or Samuel, were you able to get the other one so that I can just summarize it for me?
Yes, please. Fortune. Hello, Fortune.
Yeah, hello, Samuel.
Yes, I would attempt to state your question or restate your question to him. Kindly confirm whether I satisfactorily relay your question to him. Are you clear on that?
All right. Yes.
Great. His second question or is to the effect that what's the extent to which a leader could go to be firm? Okay, that's a point you put across. And he gave a reference that in an instance where you are a leader, you have team members, and all your team members are probably have a viewpoint. Okay, maybe there's a group thinking. It's going towards one direction, but your view is contrary to that view that is held by your team members, and you have the opinion or the view that what your team members are, where their viewpoint or perspective is, may not necessarily bode well for the team. In that instance, what do you probably do? Okay, so it's the larger question is about the extent to which you could be firm, or how do you ensure your firmness as a leader? Fortune, did I get it correct, please?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Over to you.
Perfect. That's good. That's good. Perfect question. So I'll take it from the first one. Whether the person becomes better than you. You see, this one is what we call insecurities, right? Insecurities. You are being insecure. See, if one thing I personally believe in is that if you are good yourself, right? And it also depends on the kind of person you pick, right? It depends on the kind of person you pick as well. So if you are good yourself, you have confidence in yourself that I am good, and you're imparting somebody else, you shouldn't be scared, because your potentials are still valid, your potentials are still untouched, right? And you are still you, right? And you're training somebody else. Even if they become better than you, it's a plus. It's a plus to you. Training someone, in fact, that is even the main, that should even be, your aim, that the person I'm training should be able to do better than I am doing. It means that already your standard is already high, and the person doing better, it means the person is also doing very well, right? And so there is no need to be scared. If you believe in yourself, there's no need to be insecure, right? About that. Even if you look at the Bible, I'm going scriptures and going all that, because there are some classical things in the Bible as well. Moses more or less trained Joshua. Moses never entered the Canaan, right? Moses never entered the Canaan, but he trained Joshua to take the Israelites there. And so there is no need to be scared. What you should focus on is how you yourself constantly be developing yourself to be better than you were yesterday, right? So if you are investing yourself the more, there's no way you'll be scared that somebody else will come and take your shine, or somebody else will. That will not even be your worry. That will not come to your mind. Yours is to train people to also do well, right? And that should be your focus. Don't be insecure. Invest more in yourself and believe in yourself that the skills I have, or how well I've invested in myself will keep me going, and not when somebody comes and takes my place. No, that shouldn't be your focus. Don't be insecure. Focus on developing yourself while you develop others. And there is no way you get better if you've chosen the best people, the very good people. They'll get better at something and not reference you. The reference and glory will always come back to you, because you are the one who imparted them, right? It's nice, especially if your dad. Let's talk about your dad. Parents. Let me just make it parents. Parents investing in their kids, and their kids doing better than them. The glory always goes back to the dad. Do you get it? And so there is no need to be insecure, right? That one is a dangerous thing. If you are thinking like that, it's very dangerous, because you might end up trying to dim the shine of some of your members, and that is very dangerous, because you can backfire. And when it backfires, you will not get any praise. You will be seen as antagonistic, or you'll be seen as who you are, right? And that is dangerous. If you notice somebody, realize that this person is a good fit, and you can impart in them the right way with the right mindset, unleash everything onto them. Give them everything that they need to have, impart them, and at the end of the day, you get the glory. So there is no need to be scared. Just Just be secure. There's no need to be insecure. And then the next one is, to what extent can you be firm? That is a very important question. Right? So I would take it like this. In all things, in everything, the goal or the vision is paramount. So if anything that does not align with the goal or that does not promote achieving the goal, even if it's a laudable idea, it's a brilliant idea, you have to be fair. Your singular goal is to achieve the purpose for which you guys are out. Do you get it? So you have ideas, they have their ideas, and you think that no, these ideas do not align with the vision that, in fact, you are the vision bearer. Most often, you are the vision bearer. You understand the vision in the first place, and you communicate to them what the vision is. And so you understand the vision better than them. And so when you see that their ideas are not aligning with achieving the goal, there's no need to take it. Right? You have to be fair. The paramount thing is the goal, the vision that you guys have set for yourselves. Right? And that is the best way to look at it. Forget about the idea, look at the vision. If the idea is helping to achieve the vision, you follow through. If it's not helping to achieve the vision, or if it will cause a retrogression, you just leave it. And that is the best way to go about it. Yeah. Any more questions?
More questions. Things you wanted to follow up. Yes, we want to hear it.
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity. Okay, George. So I think that the first question, and for the second one, I get your point. Thank you for the explanation. But the first one, I think my question wasn't quite understood. So I was asking that in the situation where, as a leader, I'm supposed to train more leaders. Okay, this is not just insecurity, but I'm talking about a situation where you have leaders that you are training, okay, and then they forget their place, all right, where there's that competition.
They forget their what?
They forget their place. Okay, based on probably some opportunities that you've given to them. So certain things that are probably, certain things or decisions that are probably supposed to be yours to make, they start, making such decisions, going out of place to do certain things. Okay, just because of probably some opportunities that you are giving them as maybe potential leaders that you are raising. Isn't there a chance of this misunderstanding happening a lot if you are training, a lot of leaders beneath you?
Okay, so if I get you right, you are training a group of people, and then all of a sudden they think now they are the boss. So they call the shots. They are taking decisions that you are supposed to be the one taking, right? If I got you right.
Yes, please. That's exactly what I'm
asking. Okay. So you see, this one is not training. That one is different. That one, they are overstepping their boundaries. If I am supposed to, let me put it that way. Let me put it this way. If I have an intern, right, at my workplace, in fact, I have interns, my workplace that I'm training to become pharmacists like me, right, and to become managers like me, and I am supposed to maybe balance sales. I'm supposed to prepare drugs, right? There's something called extemporaneous preparation or a reconstitution, prepare drugs, right? That's the job of a pharmacist, prepare drugs for pediatric doses or care for kids, and I am not around, or I am around, and prescription comes and they do calculations and they go and do it without my notice, that one is not training. That one is they overstepping their boundaries, and it has dire, repercussions. It has dire consequences. That one is different. You have to let them know their place. You have to let them know what they can do and what they cannot do. They are not there yet to do that, because if it backfires, the punishment goes to the pharmacist or me and not them. So they have to understand. So this one is different from training. No matter what they do, they have to come to me before I give the go ahead to do this, and I supervise them, do this. So that one is different, right? You are training them, yes, but they cannot overstep their boundaries. And that one is also a good, if they are good students, it's also a good way of, becoming a good leader. You know what you should do, you know your rules, you know your vision, you know, what you can do and what you cannot do, or what you should do and what you should not do, right? And this one is different from, mentoring, getting someone to come and take your place, or getting someone to training somebody, it's different. You are training me, yes, but I have to know my boundaries. I have to know the things I can do. I have to know the things I cannot do, right? So that one is different. I hope you get me. So this one, you have to be firm and make them understand that, no, this one is not your duty. This one, you are not there yet. You cannot do this one. Don't try it again. The next time, there will be repercussions, or there will be punishment. There will be, let them understand that this one, you are not there yet. You see, that's how it is. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get
so
me?
much. Yes, thank you very much.
Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you very much for the opportunity to ask my question, Dr. George Anagli. I do have a follow-up question on the response you gave to Fortune's second substantive question, the one on the extent to which a leader could be firm. Based on the response you gave about understanding that at the end of the day, the overarching goal must be what must be in mind. My question to you, or inquiry to you, is if we could do a practical example where what Fortune gave happens, okay, where as a leader, you get the suggestions of the people, and what the people are suggesting collectively at variance with what the goal of the group is. How do you engage the people, or how do you engage your group in a way that would be considered that you communicate to them in a good manner? Because I don't know if my question is clear. The broader question is, in instances where you have to disagree as a leader, when your people have shared their views, what would you suggest as the rule of thumbs to have in mind to communicate your disagreement in a decorous fashion? Thank you.
Okay, so if I got you right, you disagree with their vision, or you disagree with their suggestion or idea, but you want a way that you can put it, right?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay. This
so
one is one of the.
Sorry, so that does not come off as I'm not going to share my view the next time. Okay, but it comes off as I get your views. Then they equally appreciate why you decided to disagree with them. Thank you.
Perfect. You see, this one is one of the most difficult aspects in leadership, right? Especially if you're leading a team of solid people, like people that are madly intelligent, people that know their stuff, right? It's one of the most difficult things to deal with. But then, this is how I go about it sometimes. And this is how I've also experienced from some other leaders, right? There is a reason why you are the leader. Right? That is the first thing. There is a reason why you are the leader. You have something that gives you a little edge. Your voice and your ideas are trusted a bit more than theirs, right? But you don't just show that in their face. That is one. Two, you should give them reasons why you think that one will not work. As much as possible, if let's say I am doing a Belacqua commercial. In fact, we are a team and we are doing Belacqua commercial. And then somebody says that, oh, let's how do I put it? Let's use an alcohol brand, let's say beer. And then beer, you take a picture of beer, somebody throwing beer away, and then a bottle coming, and then let's do the commercial that way. You should be able to tell the person that no, that idea might not work. It's a good idea anyway. So first of all, acknowledge the fact that you appreciate the fact that they are bringing their ideas on board. So that next time they still bring. So you appreciate the fact that you acknowledge the fact that they are bringing their ideas, but you think that when we do that, we are spoiling other companies' business. You are not marketing. How do I put it? You are devaluing somebody else's business to promote yours, and that is not good in marketing because it can backfire. So something like that, you first of all acknowledge the fact that yes, your idea is one of the best. Your idea, acknowledge the fact that you are bringing up ideas. But I think that way, this and this and this and this and this might and this may not be right. It doesn't really align with our vision. And so because of that, I think it will not work. So you think about it and come up with something better. The person will not feel bad. The person will still feel appreciated. The person will still feel heard, right? While you give them what you have. You have for them. You see. So yes, but I think that this one and this, that is the best way I have gone around it, and that is the way I've seen some people do it to me myself, right? Some other leaders do it to me myself, and some other experiences I've had. Yeah.
Thank you very much for the response.
Yeah. You're welcome. Any question? Me too, I have a question.
I also have a question for you.
Okay. All right. So you ask yours. Let me ask mine.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So in our democratic system, often characterized by division and polarization, where we voice out our concerns. So if it happens that I'm a leader, and then I have a team, let's use the scenario for parliament. So
okay.
do I have to restrict myself to my team alone, as in inspiring them to do better and then leave others out? Or as a leader, should I be available to everyone just to make sure everyone is doing well?
I think I didn't get a question right. So like you are in groups.
Yes, please. Where we are experiencing this sort of democracy. This group voice out this, and then this group also has their leader who is still telling them this. So if I'm the leader of one group, should I restrict myself and inspire my team alone, or should I be open to everyone?
Oh, see, when you are leading a group, what should be your concern? Your paramount concern is what your group seek to achieve, right? You are not a leader of another group, you are a leader of a certain group. So what your vision is as a group is what you are following. So if engaging other people in other groups will enhance your vision or will help you achieve your vision, fine. But if that will not help your vision or help your group to achieve what they are out to achieve, there is no need engaging them, or there is no need tolerating other groups. I don't know whether I get what I'm saying. Your vision is paramount. So if using other people to achieve your vision is part of the roadmap, fine. But if they are not part, or if there is no need, just focus on your group and just help your group achieve your aim. I hope I got you right.
Please, and then the question is answered. Thank you very much.
All right. Can I ask my question now?
Yes, please.
Okay. So some people believe that leaders are born. Like you, when they give birth to you, you are born a leader. And some people believe that leaders are made. So they can give birth to you and then we mold you into becoming a leader. Which side are you? I want about 2 or 3 ideas and then we'll just finish. It is 4:21. Wow, 1 hour 21 minutes. Which one do you agree with? It's very here. Or I want like 2 people to just.
Hello. Can I voice out my opinion? Hello,
Yes,
can you hear
please.
me?
Yes, please.
All right. Personally, my personal opinion, I feel that nobody is born anything, and from my experience of the world, I feel that generally when people are born, the environment that they are born in can shape them. So maybe you are born in an environment where the nature of the environment you live in has kind of influenced you to become a good leader. Sometimes as a person, maybe you had the opportunity to serve as a leader in various occasions, to make all the mistakes while you were young, or maybe easy you found it easy to lead, probably because you had a good mentor right from the beginning, from the onset. It could be in the form of a parent, a guardian, or anybody for that matter. And that's probably made it easy for such a person to lead. I feel that generally it still boils down to the environment that a person finds themselves in or the experience that a person gains in the world. But personally, I don't feel that people are born innocent. I feel that people make certain choices and learn from certain experiences which mold them into who they become in the future. Thank you very much.
Okay, all right. So for you, the environment plays a key factor. You don't believe that people are just born to be leaders, but the environment plays a key factor. Okay, another person, please.
Okay, so please, I think leaders are born in the sense that everybody in society has a role to play as being a leader. And then being a leader doesn't mean you being the overall head. You could be a leader maybe within a study group, you could be the leader in a study group, and then you'll be a follower in a different group, and then you could be a leader in different groups. So in one way or the other, we are all born to be leaders, to head or pioneer some certain groups. So if we should take in that account, I'll say that everybody is actually born to be a leader. So in that way, I think leaders are also born. Thank you.
Okay, so let's have a last person. I have a last person. I have a last person, just last person, so that. Okay. All right, so this one, it's a huge debate that is a huge, this one that is in the, should I say, leadership world. It's a huge thing. So for me, I think that leaders are made in a sense that, yes, this is my opinion, right? Yes, people, just like talent, just like having talent. So you can be talented, but if you don't work it, it may become dormant and you may not have the full, benefits of that particular talent, right? So I believe that leaders are made. Yes, people can be born with the charisma, people can be born with the confidence, people can be born with, all the qualities that a leader should have, or what are the basics that a leader should have. But if the environment does not help, right? If the environment does not help that particular kid or that particular person, the person may not become a good leader, or the person may not even become a leader at all, right? Or a good leader, let me put it that way, right? So I think that, yes, leaders, people can have the talent, people can be born with confidence and all those things, but if it's not worked out, or if you are not made by the environment, you may not become a good leader. That is how I see it. That's my idea, but that's my understanding of that particular debate that people have been talking about. Okay, all right. Guys, thank you very much for listening to me. I'm done. I don't know whether there's anything else to do. Stephen, Isaac, is there any other thing? I'm done.
Thank you so much.
Hey, we can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Am I audible? Am I audible? Can you confirm?
Hello, Isaac. I can hear you.
Yeah, please, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Yes, it's better now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm saying if any other person has a question, this is the right time to ask. And then, yes, Mr. Samuel, can we hear you? Yes.
Yes, please. Fortune, sorry, please, we're about to ask a question.
Oh, no. I was just alerting Isaac that your hand was up.
All right, that's fine. What about Stephen? Stephen had his hand up earlier. Oh, no, not his hand up. He indicated that he had a question. Hello, Stephen. Okay, that's fine. Then I'll go ahead and ask my question. Dr. Jordan Agli, my question to you, what's the toughest challenge you've faced in your leadership journey, and how did you resolve it?
Hey. Is he one of the toughest?
Or I would say that if probably you're not, it's not comfortable to share the details, to go into details, but you can just share the generics. I'll be grateful.
Yes,
thank you.
Yes, don't worry. I'll share with you. See, me, my personality is that I am so jovial, easygoing with everybody. Everybody's saying, oh, my friend, my paddy, my this. So is it when you are made a leader, if you are like that, in fact, I'm like that, right? So the challenges I faced is when it's time for me to take very difficult decisions. It's time for me to punish people, or it's time for me to sanction some people. It's time for me to, how do I put it? Like make hard decisions. It becomes difficult for me because I have become so open to the person, or I've become so like that with the person that I am finding it difficult to hurt I feel like I'll hurt the person. You see, that is one of the most difficult things I've had to deal with. And to some extent, I'm still dealing with it small. But I have control over it now, to some extent, right? So how did I do it? I started ignoring the feeling that I'll hurt people. That is just how I had to do it. That if my workplace like this, oh, no battery, come. No battery, okay. So my workplace like this, the rule is come to work early. It's common. I mean, come to work. It's common sense. You have work, come maybe before 7 or before 8, and then you find people coming 8:20, 8:10, 8 this. First day, oh, what's up? What's up? Why did you come late and all those things? They give you a generic answer. Oh, the next time. Then you see that because you are lenient of a sort, it's recurring because they know that as for you, you're not doing it. So what did I do? I punished one person in front of everybody. And that changed the dynamics. You see, I punished you. I singled one person. Oh, today you are late. This thing, is wrong. Go home. Like joke, go home. Because you are late, just go home. Today you are not working. You see something like that. Something like that, you do it and they wake up, hey, don't do it like it is so you did. You see, they know that no. They can play around, but when it comes to work, you are serious. So when you start doing some of those things, they wake up. You get it. So for me, one of the toughest things that I've had to deal with, and I'm still dealing with, is the fact that I'm like that with everybody. And when it comes to making difficult decisions, sometimes it becomes difficult for me, and I have to intentionally impose it on myself to make it happen. For some people, they don't care. So I'm getting there, right? I'm getting there. So that's one of the challenges that I face or I've had to deal with. Yeah, I don't know whether I've answered your question.
You have. Thank you. I sincerely appreciate it. And if I didn't know if
the advice I'll give is that when you assign a role or you assign a role somewhere or when you become a leader somewhere, please, right from the start, accept the things you think you accept long term. Don't start something you can't finish. So how do I put this so that you understand? When you know that you are giving this person 200 cedis, and you can't be giving this person 200 cedis, make it known right from the beginning. Because when you start something and you can't continue, you can't end, it will worry you. You know that there will come a time that you have to make difficult situations or difficult decisions. Don't be so open and too laughing and all those things become so familiar, make the pool become so familiar with you right from the beginning. It's a recipe for disaster. It will worry you. So that's the advice. So if you assign a role, don't be hostile. Don't be hostile to people. Be friend. How's the work? How's the work going? They are small, bit. But cut it there. Don't go into plenty laughter and discussing unnecessary things sometimes. Otherwise, they become too familiar that when you utter a word, they wouldn't want to really, they will not be moved to do what they want to do, right? And that is what I'll advise you, because I've had to deal with it, and now I'm okay. I'm more well in control, right? Yeah. Some of us who went to boys' schools and stuff like that. So hey, what's up? Those things. These are kind of some of the disadvantages of going to this single-sex school that everybody is your friend, everybody is going around and all those things. But I mean, it's fine. We are okay now.
Thank you very much for that, Dr. George Anagli. I had a follow-up question, but I do not know whether I could say you've preemptively addressed it. It is to the effect that what's the best leadership advice you could give? If there's one leadership advice you could give, I don't know whether what you give is what you probably tender as a response.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
When you get a team, right from the get-go, instill what you want to see right from the beginning. Don't wait. If lateness is something you hate, right from the beginning, let them know that no, I don't like lateness. And lead by example. Yourself, come early. Go to work early. If it's 6, you are supposed to get to work 7, be there like 6:30. Be so consistent, like be intentional about it. Let them know that no, this guy has caused lateness. If it's being careless that you hate, let them know that being careless and uttering words anyhow, you don't like that thing. So right from the beginning, when somebody utters and you say, oh boss, no, that thing you say, you mentioned that statement you just made right now is wrong. You know that thing is not nice. Don't do it again. Let them know that right from your values, right from the beginning. Let them know. I am a pharmacist. Another thing is I will not sell antibiotics to you if you don't have a prescription or you don't have the need for it. I let during my interviews, I let my CEOs know that I am somebody who will not play with that. I will not go and be selling for sales sake and be dishing out antibiotics and dangerous drugs like that. I will not do that. So let them know, let them know right from the beginning. Otherwise, if they become so familiar with you and okay with it, and now you're not coming to instill that in them, you form enemies. They will worry you. Why is it that nowadays they are becoming some way? They'll start making statements like that. But nowadays you are becoming some way to do. Nowadays you can't even joke with you. Nowadays you can't even. They know that. Nah, I know what I'm saying. So please, you guys, this is the advice I'll give you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jordan Agri. That does it for me. Thank you for the rest.
Please, I have a question.
Okay.
Please, with your when you delegate powers to people, right? And when in the course of play, after delegating power, you have to try to create trust. So, what way do you think that if I want to have a effective leadership system, I'll be able to create that trust between people? Like I've delegated power to about 4 people, and then I want that kind of oneness and unity between them. So, what's the main advice you give me so I can actually keep stand each other, that kind of thing? Thank you.
Oh, I think I didn't get that question. Someone, did you get it right? Isaac or someone, did you get it so I can put it well for you? There was some noise in the background.
Yes, I did. But I want to be sure I captured this question accurately. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Stephen.
Yes,
are you on the
please.
call with us, please? Okay, good. I'll take your question
Yes,
again.
I can hear you.
Once I'm through,
Yes, I can hear you.
That's fine, Stephen. I'll take your question again. Once I'm through with it, kindly confirm that I got your question
Confirm
correctly.
you. No problem.
Thank you. Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
Dr. Jordan Agli, in one of the points you made when you did your presentation, you spoke about the effect or the power of delegation. And if I do recall, my memory has done a good job of accurately recalling the fine details. You spoke about the fact that as a leader, you cannot be everywhere. For that reason, delegation is important. Stephen's question is, in the spirit of delegating, or in the spirit of effective delegation, he understands that trust is key. So he gave a specific reference. You've delegated to 4 people. How do you, as a leader, what advice would you give him as a leader that he maintains trust, that he could delegate to those 4 people, and then he could trust those 4 people? Stephen, I get your question well, but I'm not too sure whether your question relates to how do you there are two ways I could understand the question. I don't know which one it is, Stephen. One, is it the case that the trust amongst the 4 people to work, or the trust you have for the 4 people to work, or both? Which of them?
It's both, actually. It's both.
Both. Okay, great. So Dr. Jordan Agli, you're a leader, you've delegated responsibility to 4 people. Okay, let's say at the pharmacy, there are 4 people that you've delegated the job to do. Number one, how do you work on trusting them? What are the things you do to be able to trust them to do the work? That's number one. Number two, how do you create a system such that among the 4 of them, they trust one another? That's in an instance where they are working together. They trust one another to do the job effectively. Please, you get it?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so yes. First of all, there is something about delegation that I would have to talk about first before I address this one. Do not let your delegation or your delegating powers come across as a lazy leader. right? Let me put it this way. There are some times, some leaders, they don't like to take the difficult tasks. So the moment it comes, they delegate, they give the difficult ones to people and their subordinates. So you know that this one is very difficult. You can do it too. You can do it, and you have the time to do it, but you won't do it. You give it to your subordinates to do because it's difficult. They see it. Your subordinates see it that this one is because it's difficult or it's time consuming or it's something. That's why you've given it to me. It's indirectly you are telling them you are lazy. So one, in a spirit of delegation, do not come across as a lazy leader or a lazy person or someone who is always running away from the difficult things. One, that is how you build, that is how you get their trust. One, if they know that, no, this one, my leader, my person is not, he's giving it to me because he's he's really occupied. He has other things he's doing. And they can actually ascertain the fact that, yes, you have something you are doing. That's why you're giving me your work. They can, that is the first room for trust. You know that, in fact, if you are like that, if you're like that, somebody who leads by example, somebody who likes to do the work, and then when the need for delegation comes to delegate, they are more than happy to work for you. They are more than happy to be in your shoes. I'm telling you, if they know that this my leader is hardworking and it's not giving to me, because they even yearn for you to just give it to them because they see it as a privilege, right? That is a culture you create. Two, another thing I'll talk about is that your response to, okay, let me not jump to the second thing I'll talk about is know the strengths and weaknesses of your subordinates. Or I don't like saying subordinates, your group. Know the strengths and weaknesses of your group. You know that person A is good at graphic designing or graphic design. And so if I give him this work, he will deliver. You know that person B is good at photography. If I give him this work, he will deliver. When you give them the work based on their strength, they know that you are giving it to them because they are good at it, not because you are lazy, but because you are good at it, right? And then you can trust them to deliver, and they know you trust them. That's why you give it to them, and they will deliver, right? That is the second thing. The third thing is your response to their work, the work that they've done. How appreciative you are of the work they've done. When they bring the work to you, they've done your work for you, and then they bring it and say, they've done well, but because you are somebody who does not appreciate people, this work I'm giving to guys, you've not even done anything good. You are not good. Like you make them feel bad for doing your work for you. You regret it. In the long term, you regret it. Be appreciative because Charlie, good job. But I think this one you could have done it this way. This one you force, Charlie. This one you force. You do all, Charlie. And you do all, my boss. You see, you appreciate them. Everybody, every human being on earth likes to be appreciated or likes to be given props for what they've done. I'm telling you. So appreciate them genuinely. Charlie, you do all. You've done well. If they bring the job, if you have your job culture or your work culture is chilling them, allows chilling them, why not? My place like this, what I do is, when I say that my people have done extremely well, they've done so well. I've been absent a few times, and people have done things in my stead and all those things. When I come like this, I can tell them, oh, you guys have done well. Take anything in the fridge, I'll pay. Appreciate them. That is how they trust you, and that's how you can trust them that these people, in my absence, or when I give them, they'll do it. So the first thing is don't come off as a lazy person. Second thing is know their weaknesses and strengths. And the third thing is appreciate them when they do the work for you. And the trust will be there. They'll be like your you let me not say it, but I don't say slaves, but they'll be so loyal to you. They'll be so loyal to you because they know that just for this person, when I do the work for him well and he's happy about it, you appreciate me. Even if I do mistake, you make me know and then I'll correct it, right? So this is how me I go around my things, and this is how I think it can work for you. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it, and I'll try applying it.
Yeah. You're welcome. Any other question? You've done 1 hour 46 minutes. Wow. Any other question? Guys, any other question? Okay, I think there are no more questions then. Isaac, Samuel, Charlie.
Yes.
No
Dr.
question there.
Jordan, a quick
Yes.
one.
Okay.
This is a quiz-side question, if I should say. Concerning the resource materials you said you'd advance to the team, I know that some of the people that joined us, okay, may have, they probably may have joined from different places, so we may not have direct access to them. Okay, so I do not know whether those on the call could probably share, if there's any way we could, maybe, I don't know, if they could share their email address, or if there's anything, or if there's a way we could get direct access, they could reach out to you to get the resources.
Oh, okay.
Because we join from different places, so we do not have direct access to everyone. We may not have direct access to everyone. Did you get that?
Oh, okay. Oh, but I
Thank
thought if I channel it through you, you can get to them. Oh, okay.
Yes. That's if we may have finding, we could work around that, but I equally want to know if it's okay. That's fine. I similar share this email address. If Stephen, you could equally do same, would be grateful.
Yeah.
Fortunately,
So
keep in touch. And
please
that'll be okay.
let's all share our email addresses.
Yes.
I'll
Then afterwards, once I
send,
get it from you, then
yeah,
we'll
I'll
go ahead
send
with that. Thank you.
some books, at least five solid books that some I've read. I think I've read 2, 3. I'm praying to God that I finish. I mean, I start and finish. But I mean, Charlie, if you have the time, read. Hey, my phone is going off. My phone will be going off anytime soon. So if you have the time, read. So guys, let's share our email addresses to Samuel on the page so that I'll get you guys the resource, the mail, and I'll show you the handles of people that I follow. Key, I follow them like that. Any move, and I just like them, especially Tony Elumelu. I'm sure some of you have heard his name before. Tony Elumelu. Very solid guy. Solid and a ruthless businessman. But it's good. It's a good man.
Please, with regards to the sending of the email, please, with regards to the sending, how are we going to go about the email? You said we should send it to Samuel, or we should send it, we should make a comment in the comments section.
Yes. So you drop it in the comment section. Samuel is taking notes of them, and then I'll share the stuff to Samuel, and then he will share it with you guys. Do you get it?
Yes, please. I understand.
Dr. Jordan Agley, please, we're good to go. Thank you.
Are we done?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. Perfect. All right, guys. So I must say I'm super humbled. I'm super grateful for your time. In fact, I'm happy. I'm happy doing this. I mean, I'm humbled. Top people listening to me talk, share my few thoughts about leadership, and then asking questions, trying to, answer some of them with the few experiences I've had. I'm grateful, honored, and I must say I enjoyed it. So thank you all for joining, and then thank you to the foundation, the Career Guidance and Outreach team. I thank you for the opportunity, and I hope maybe we do this some other time, probably maybe on another topic or something. So thank you, and I hope, I pray that this session has been impactful enough, and I hope that we apply this in our endeavors, right? So thank you. I'm grateful. Thank you.
Hello,
I've given a slide to Isaac, so probably if you need a slide, okay. If you need a slide, you can as well take it. You can as well share. I think someone can share with you via your emails as well. So when he's sharing the books, you can share the slide with you as well, so that we can just when you're there, you can go through. And if you've had some experiences, you can add it as examples and the various parts of the slide. So yeah, guys, thank you.
Yeah, hello, Dr. George.
Yeah.
On behalf of the team, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge on leadership with us, taking time to answer all the questions that came up. I think this was a really insightful session with you. Thank you so much for a wonderful session. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. And you guys, I'm available on social media. I'm active on social media, especially on Twitter. So if you can reach out, you can bring businesses. Money is good, right? You can bring businesses. Let's do business. And if you want any health related thing, any medicine that you want, you're not getting, you can just reach out to me. My email is on my bio. My accounts are all active. You can send me a DM, and then I'll help you get help, right? So yes, I'm available. Thank you.
Please, the name of your handles.
George Anagli. George Anagli on Twitter. At George Anagli on Twitter. The username is Dr. George. So when you go there, it's around 100 and something thousand followers. So you can just, it's verified. So you can just follow. And then Instagram, Dr. George Anagli, Facebook, Dr. George Anagli, TikTok, Dr. George Anagli, LinkedIn, Dr. George Anagli. Yeah. So basically that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Is that?
I just said like thanks. We'll look it up.
Okay, all right. Okay, guys. Thank you. Can I leave now?
Yes, please. Please. Okay. So the meeting has come to an end. Please feel free to.
Okay. All right. Okay. Bye, guys.
Leave the meeting.